Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to once again talk about Spider-Man 2 and hopefully not have an absolute emotional meltdown, but absolutely will probably fail at that as well. Little bit of an update. PC Gamer has a pretty interesting note on it and some more insight as far as what's causing Spider-Man 2's issues. And there are a lot of issues, so this is just one of many things. I have been playing the game over the weekend. Let's pull up a Steam. How many hours do I have on this game right now? Because it's actually, it's like a decent amount, all things considered. I have 10.7 hours on this game right now. I don't know why I'm continuing to play it and fight through the crashes, the poor performance, etc., but you know what? I have the game, so might as well play it. These things happen. And I did love Spider-Man 2018 as a game, and I also really enjoyed Spider-Man 2. I don't think I like Spider-Man 2 as much as 2018, but nevertheless, I really did like the game on PlayStation 5 when I played it. I get it, like a lot of people have their issues with the game. Spider-Man, as far as the gameplay goes, is just up my alley, man. The open world design, the web swinging, totally up my alley. Is it my favorite game of all time? No, far from it. But in terms of pure fun in a game that I could just pop in whenever and have a good time with, as long as the performance is decent, Spider-Man is that in a lot of instances. I have like 6 playthroughs on Spider-Man 2018 for some. I figured that game out to like a science on how to do like 10-hour playthroughs of that game, but like I constantly keep doing it. Nevertheless, Spider-Man 2 obviously has quite a lot of issues on PC, and a lot of that was a bit of a surprise given that it's coming from Nixxes software, but at the same time, Sony's promotion, or lack thereof, I should say, of the game really led to a lot of skepticism as well. And now we know that confirmed, DirectStorage in Spider-Man 2 uses GPU decompression, and as Sebastian 6685537 shows, it degrades performance when leaving it enabled. Noted, spent some time benchmarking, tweaking Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PC. On my system, which is a 14700K and 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM and a RTX 4090, I could gain a decent amount of performance by overclocking the GPU, turning on manual rebar, and deleting the DirectStorage DLL files. Game is a crash fest though. This is something that I've seen gone around a lot, and it seems like the issue is the use of DirectStorage. It's a Microsoft API that's used to reduce the CPU overhead when transferring thousands of compressed files from SSD to a graphics card VRAM. And the VRAM issue is what is seeming to cause a lot of crashes. However, Sebastian did note that the game is still a crash fest for him. So I implemented this, and the crashing has stopped, but again, I can't say, because I gotta put more time into it. I had a 1.5 hour play session where I had no crashes. However, for the majority of that 90 minutes, I was mostly doing like side quests and stuff like that. I did like 1 or 2 main quests, and it was a lot of side quest content. Why I bring that up is, for me and mostly talking to people, this game crashes during the cutscenes. That is where I've experienced literally every single one of my crashes, except for when I tried to play this game on the ROG Ally. That was just a train wreck and was crashing non-stop. But when I'm playing this game on my PC, the game's crashes, personally, your experience might be different, alright? I get it, and I always like to reiterate that, because everybody's got a different PC, but in my experience, the crashes were happening during the main story. So, like, for me, when I'm playing this game, I'm literally like, yo, let me just continue side questing so I don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. Now, there are side quests with cutscenes, but not as much, and all of my crashes have happened again during main story cutscenes. So that has been my experience with the game. Again, for that 90 minutes or so that I played, I did experience no crashes, but it was only like a mission or two that was for the main story. So, you know, take that for what it is. The fact is, I have an RTX 4070. I have 32 gigs of RAM, and I have a i7 in my build. I should not be experiencing. I shouldn't have to work around doing anything to just prevent crashes. By the way, I'm playing this game at high settings with ray tracing turned off. An RTX 4070 playing at high settings, ray tracing turned off, is kind of egregious, but like, yo, that's what I gotta do to get fairly good performance. The game, while it looks good, I don't feel like it looks that good, that a 4070 shouldn't be able to play this game very, very well. And it plays it well, but when I have ray tracing turned on, my performance craters. And generally that is the case with ray tracing, but man, I feel like with a 4070 I should be doing better than this. Turned off frame gen as well. While frame gen was giving me an FPS boost, people were tying that to the game's crashes as well, and I was trying just whatever I could to try to mitigate the crashes. For me, I can get away with low settings. The game's still playable. I can get away with even 30 frames per second. When a game in the middle of me playing crashes and I gotta reboot the game, that is a game-breaking experience to me. Like, no. Anything I could do to solve crashes and stuttering, those are the two things, excessive stuttering and crashes, to me are absolutely game-breaking and make you legitimately not want to play the game. And for now, we'll see. I gotta go back and play through it more. Nixxes, unfortunately, has destroyed a little bit of their goodwill. I think if they come back out, I think they're working on Last of Us Part 2 and they drop a banger there, maybe people will see this as just, you know, it was a misfire by them, and this shouldn't be a stamp of, okay, they're just not good at what they do, because they've done a lot of good work. You look at Tsushima, you look at Spider-Man Remastered, like a lot of those games personally, and I can speak from a personal standpoint of playing those games on PC, worked really well for me. I know some people have had issues with various games, but never did I think the issues were as bad as Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2, at least a Nixxes game, nothing has been this bad. Like, and I would put this damn near like Last of Us Part 1 category and caliber, and Last of Us Part 1 was an atrocity of a PC port, but I beat that game, and that game wasn't excessively crashing for me. The performance wasn't great, and there was a minor amount of stuttering when I played the game back in March of 2023, but it wasn't crashing left and right, and that to me is egregious. It's absolutely unacceptable, and it's like the same error. It's like, update your drivers, it's your GPU, make sure you lower the settings. Like, bro, what, you want me to lower the settings even more on my 4070? I'm not gonna play this game on very low settings on my 4070. I tried playing it on very low on the Ally, and it was still crashing like hell, but I ain't playing the game on very low. Okay, that's another thing. If you're telling me to play this game on very low or low settings on a PC that has a 4070, that to me is a game-breaking experience, because I just feel so insulted that I have an RTX 4070 in my PC, and you're telling me to play the game at low settings. Yeah, you can get the F out with that one. That is more insulting than anything. I will not be doing that if you're gonna, and like the pop-up when the game crashes, make sure you're trying to lower your settings. Like, no, I ain't trying to lower my settings on my 4070. I've already lowered them enough. And taking them down to low, I ain't doing it. I do also want to note that as far as concurrent player counts go, 28,000 is where it peaked at over the weekend. This is probably going to end up being the ceiling, and man, 28,000 concurrent players for Spider-Man 2, I feel like is a failure. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth peaked at 40,000 concurrent players, and I bring that up because they had a similar amount of a layover in terms of their PC release, about a year on both games. Spider-Man 2 a little bit more, but Final Fantasy VII, I don't think, is anywhere near as big of an IP as Spider-Man is, and that game doing, what, 30% or 40% better than Spider-Man 2? I feel like that's a pretty telling stat. I feel like Spider-Man 2 would do a lot better if it wasn't a train wreck. I'm sure they've also gotten a lot of refunds out of Spider-Man 2. I don't know if FF7's gotten a lot of refunds, and I get that that game's got its issues. Nowhere near the level of Spider-Man 2, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Interested to hear your guys' thoughts, and if you've been playing it, let me know how the experience has been for you over the weekend. They did drop a hotfix. I should mention that. They did drop a hotfix, and I was so excited. I literally, the game was so terrible at one point that I uninstalled the game. Then I saw the hotfix came out, and I reinstalled the game, and I was like, alright, praying that this just fixes the game. Played for 15 minutes, immediately crashed again. So, yeah, that was great for that hotfix. Just honestly got me excited, and then, unfortunately, didn't solve the issue for me. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.